What if the most powerful healing foods on Earth were not invented by modern science, but written about thousands of years ago in the pages of Scripture? While today's world chases calorie counting, fad diets, and synthetic supplements, the Bible was already pointing to specific foods that modern research now confirms can reduce inflammation, fight disease, heal the gut, and protect your cells at the deepest level. These are not metaphors. They are clinically studied nutritional powerhouses, eaten daily by some of the healthiest, most resilient populations in human history. Today, I am going to walk you through 10 of them, ranked from extraordinary to absolutely life-changing. Stay with me, because food number 8 was the only spice Jesus himself named in Scripture, valuable enough to be tithed alongside gold and silver, and modern research is now confirming what the ancient world knew about its effects on blood sugar and digestion. And food number 10 was called the gift of God in Scripture, eaten in the wilderness by John the Baptist himself, and modern oncologists are stunned by what it does to gut pathogens and disease. Subscribe before we begin, and type the word temple in the comments to let me know you are with me. Now let us begin. Number 1. Olive oil. The liquid gold of the ancient world. The Bible references olive oil more than 140 times. Kings were anointed with it. Wounds were dressed with it. The Good Samaritan poured oil and wine into a stranger's wounds in Luke chapter 10. This was not metaphor, it was medicine. The Mediterranean diet, built on olive oil as its cornerstone, has been linked in hundreds of clinical trials to reduced rates of heart disease, cancer, and inflammation. The compound responsible is oleocanthal, a polyphenol that works almost identically to ibuprofen at reducing inflammation in the body. Cold-pressed olive oil was the living food of the ancient world, loaded with antioxidants, vitamin E, and monounsaturated fats. 1 tablespoon daily, drizzled cold over food, is one of the most powerful health practices recorded anywhere in Scripture. Number 2. Raw honey, heaven's antimicrobial. My son, eat honey, for it is good, says Proverbs chapter 24, verse 13. Jonathan dipped his rod in honey and his eyes brightened. This is not poetic coincidence. Raw honey is one of the most powerful natural antimicrobials ever studied. Clinical trials have confirmed it can kill antibiotic-resistant bacteria, including MRSA, because it creates hydrogen peroxide on contact with tissue, has a low pH that destroys pathogens, and contains a protein called defensin 1. Manuka honey is now used in certified hospital wound dressings worldwide. But the critical word is raw. The moment honey is heated, the enzymes that make it medicinal are destroyed. Archaeologists have found 3,000-year-old honey in Egyptian tombs still edible. 1 spoonful at the first sign of a sore throat, or applied directly to a wound, is medicine the ancient world used long before we understood why. Number 3. Figs. The medicinal fruit of prophets. When King Hezekiah was dying from a deadly infection in 2 Kings chapter 20, the prophet Isaiah did not simply pray. He ordered a poultice of figs pressed directly onto the wound. Hezekiah recovered. Modern science has caught up to Isaiah's prescription. Figs contain physin, a proteolytic enzyme that breaks down dead tissue and promotes wound healing, plus psoralen and benzaldehyde, compounds with documented antimicrobial properties. Beyond wounds, figs are extraordinarily rich in soluble fiber that feeds beneficial gut bacteria, plus magnesium, potassium, calcium, and B vitamins. In a world without multivitamins, figs were the supplement. 2 to 3 figs a day is mineral therapy in fruit form. Number 4. Pomegranate, the antioxidant king. The pomegranate appears in Mosaic law, in the adornment of the temple, and throughout the poetry of Scripture. There were 200 carved pomegranates on the pillars of Solomon's temple. The high priest's robe was embroidered with them. Pomegranates contain punicalagin, a compound found almost nowhere else in nature, which your gut bacteria convert into urolithin A. Urolithin A has been shown in published research to trigger mitophagy, the cellular process where your body recycles damaged mitochondria. Clinical trials show pomegranate juice lowers blood pressure, reduces LDL oxidation, and reduces inflammation markers. Its polyphenol concentration outranks red wine, green tea, and blueberries. A handful of fresh seeds in the evening is one of the most complete antioxidant interventions in nature. Number 5. Lentils, the food of prophets and the poor. The Bible's most famous lentil story is a warning. Esau traded his birthright for a bowl of red lentil stew. That seems extreme until you realize that in the ancient world, lentils were survival food. Daniel ate them during his fast and was healthier than every young man in the king's palace. Lentils are one of the highest plant-based sources of protein, around 18 grams per cooked cup, along with iron, folate, zinc, and magnesium. They have a remarkably low glycemic index despite their carbohydrate content. Their fiber feeds gut bacteria and lowers cholesterol. Studies show regular legume consumption is one of the strongest predictors of healthy aging in long-lived populations worldwide. Number 6. Garlic, the food the Israelites mourned. In Numbers chapter 11, verse 5, the Israelites wandering in the wilderness break down and weep, mourning the garlic, the leeks, and the onions they had eaten in Egypt. They missed garlic so much it made them cry. And if you understand what garlic actually does, their grief makes scientific sense. Garlic is one of the most comprehensively studied foods in nutritional medicine. Allicin, the compound created when garlic is crushed, is a broad-spectrum antimicrobial active against bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. Clinical trials show regular garlic consumption reduces the frequency and severity of colds, lowers blood pressure and LDL cholesterol, and protects the liver. Egyptian medical papyri list garlic in over 20 medicinal preparations. Crush it raw, let it sit a few minutes, and eat it in dressings and sauces. Number 7. Almonds, the symbol that fed the body. God told Moses to design the lampstand of the tabernacle, the menorah, with cups shaped like almond blossoms. Aaron's rod miraculously budded with almonds. The almond was the first tree to blossom in spring, a symbol of watchfulness and divine initiative. And this symbolic choice was backed by extraordinary nutritional wisdom. Almonds are among the most nutrient-dense foods on earth, gram for gram. 1 ounce provides about 37% of your daily vitamin E in the form of alpha-tocopherol, plus magnesium, monounsaturated fats, protein, and calcium. Clinical trials show regular almond consumption lowers LDL cholesterol, reduces post-meal blood sugar spikes, and improves gut microbiome diversity. The ancient world stumbled onto a near-perfect food and built sacred architecture around its flower. Real quick, I want to pause here, because if you are realizing that Scripture has been prescribing actual medicine in plain sight for thousands of years, hit the like button. It helps this content reach the people who need it most. 2 more teases. Food number 8 was tithed by the people who valued it most, and food number 10 was eaten in the wilderness by John the Baptist himself. Number 8. Cumin, the only spice Jesus named in Scripture. This is the tease I promised you. In Matthew chapter 23, verse 23, Jesus criticizes the Pharisees for carefully tithing even their herbs, mint, dill, and cumin, while neglecting justice and mercy. The fact that cumin was being tithed tells you how valued it was. You tithe things of real worth. Cumin has been used medically for at least 4,000 years for digestion, blood sugar, and infection. Modern research has confirmed every one of those traditional uses. Cumin contains cuminaldehyde, an antimicrobial compound active against a wide range of bacteria and fungi. Studies show cumin can lower fasting blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity in people with type 2 diabetes. It stimulates bile production and digestive enzyme activity. The herb Jesus referenced in his teaching was carrying real medicine. Number 9. Hyssop, the purification herb with real power. Hyssop appears in the purification rituals of Leviticus, in Psalm 51, and at the crucifixion where a sponge is offered to Jesus on a hyssop branch. For centuries, this was treated as purely symbolic. Then, researchers analyzed hyssop. It contains carvacrol and thymol, the same antimicrobial compounds found in oregano and thyme, two of the most powerful natural antiseptics known. Studies confirm hyssop has genuine antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. It has been shown to inhibit the herpes simplex virus. Its expectorant compounds help clear mucus from the lungs. When you understand this, the purification rituals make functional sense. If you were using hyssop to cleanse, you were applying a real antimicrobial agent. God's instructions were practical. They worked. And number 10, carob, locust beans, the wilderness survival food. The climax I promised you. His food was locusts and wild honey, says Matthew chapter 3, verse 4, referring to John the Baptist. Many biblical scholars argue that locusts here refers not to insects, but to the pods of the carob tree, known throughout the ancient Middle East as locust beans, or St. John's bread. The carob tree grows wild throughout the wilderness John walked. Its sweet, bean-like pods sustained desert travelers for thousands of years. Carob is roughly 50% natural sugars, but packaged with up to 40% dietary fiber, making it a powerful gut regulator. It contains calcium, iron, potassium, and magnesium, is naturally gluten-free, and contains no caffeine. But its most remarkable property is its content of condensed tannins, antimicrobial compounds shown to be effective against rotavirus and other gut pathogens. Carob was used in European hospitals for childhood diarrhea before pharmaceutical options became standard. John the Baptist eating carob and honey in the wilderness was not suffering. He was thriving on two of the most medically powerful foods in the ancient world. 10 biblical superfoods: olive oil, raw honey, figs, pomegranate, lentils, garlic, almonds, cumin, hyssop, carob, each one named in Scripture, each one quietly waiting in the food supply to do the work it has done for thousands of years. The book was right. The mechanism was not the point. The food was the point all along, and modern science is finally catching up. If this video opened your eyes to the medicine that was hiding in Scripture, do 3 things right now. First, type the word temple in the comments. Second, share this video with someone you love who is tired of the modern food maze. Their body was never broken. They were simply never shown the table. And third, subscribe and turn on the bell, because next week we are walking through the modern foods that quietly replace these ancient ones, and what to look for on every label. May God bless you, strengthen you, and renew you. Now go honor the temple He gave you.